Hey y'all, this is the last videos, so I hope you tuned in this far. This is the second time I recorded, so you better have tuned in this far. That is a fact. Let's get right into it. It's Sagittarius hour anyway, so I think this is going to be a good reading because I got a good download for you all. So, let's get it started. I have your sun for the month, Sagittarius, is focused on your 8th house of transformation, of changes, psychological, internal, detoxing, purging, bitch, the cutoff season. It is the 8th house. You're going to be looking at everything from a different perspective, honey bunny. And this is that time, especially depending on how your luminaries are in your chart. So, like, whatever your Sagittarius rising or Sagittarius placement, let's say you have a Leo placement or a Cancer placement, or whatever the hell your sun is in your chart, in your moon, will also kind of bring that energies. Like, if you have a sun in Libra, it'll bring it into that 8th house. So, it'll be a cutoff with friends, right? If it's the 5th house, could be a boyfriend. If you have an eight, we'll talk about that shit. Anyways, but the cutoff season is now, my love. It is the time to purge, the time to cleanse. I love the 8th house. This is a good time to research, take care of your debt, your balances. Be on top of, being on point, especially with your finances, because you are gonna get this like itchy feeling to get started into doing something. And you already know how you're gonna be if you don't got no money, baby. Where we going? And I know we just, like I said, all Sagittarius and Pisces placements, there is a renewal in your perspective of religion, beliefs, your concept of life. There's a new perspective that you're stepping into because we just had Jupiter and Neptune, and Jupiter rules our elders, our beliefs, our internal souls, like what gives us life. Literally, Jupiter is what gives us life, and you are now stepping into a new life. So, we're cleaning house, literally and figuratively. So that's what that 8th house focus of the month is. Again, I recommend looking at your sun's personal house. If you have a Sagittarius placement, also look at what your sun is doing. If you have a or what your moon is doing. So again, just bringing that into this topics. Moving along, the 5th house. Let's talk about that fun house. Mars is where he belongs. Mars loves to be in Aries. It makes him assertive, gambler, itchy fig. You want to be out and about. You want to move. You want to do something different. You want to feel alive. Sorry, I'm just being a dickhead. But yeah, so I know you want to feel some exciting new things in your life. Whether you have kids, they're having new changes in their schedule. Remember, Mars is also the ruler of your 12th house of solitude. So some of you are in having to go to the hospital or the doctor, or some of you, unfortunately, negative vibration of the 12th house could be jail or asylum. But that's like what the online people would tell you. But I'm going to tell you how to see it in a different perspective. This is the 6th house placement. It's the 6 houses away from it, and basically that means your schedules with your friend, with your partners, excuse me, your lovers. So if you have a lover in your life, that person's schedule is about to switch up on you, making you unsettled and unrestful, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Some of you's children is having more time to the ham, so you got to figure out what you got to compromise some of your time. Just things to keep in mind that Mars is doing in here. But let's see, just like Scorpio placements, Sag, you are also having to confront some issues that you are facing, especially if you have a Scorpio placement. You're going to be confronting some things that you have to pay attention to, or you're going to get the cutoff, or you're going to take a loss. So depending on what you're gambling. Why? Because Mars here is shining its energy to your 11th house of friends. So you might say something that could be taken in the wrong context and people run with it, and it changes their lives somehow. Or it could lead you to a cutoff because Mars also aspects your 12th house. So like I said, losing friends, losing a lover, losing something in your life. It might feel like a loss, but that loss could later on be a win. Jupiter is in the 5th house. You need to find light in this moment in time. Like find joy in whatever the hell is going on around you. So you want something different. Money could be slowing you down because you don't have that much of it. Mars in here is also focused on your debt, the changes. Like it's your Mars is focused on the problems, and it's some of you are getting anxiety, some of you are losing hope and giving up and just going with the punches. So I just want you to pay attention to that. A lot of you are feeling adventurous. You want to risk shit. These are the risky houses. New people that you're getting involved with intimately, or they're also kind of showing you things that you don't want to deal with. So, these are kind of like hidden houses. So something will be coming out of the hidden, right? Because the sun is in the hidden house, focusing on the hidden house, right? But then Mars and Jupiter's up in the front in the fifth house. So you might need to relax, some of you, if you're getting anxiety, if you're getting these negative things that I am mentioning. So you might want to need some healing. Take time for yourself because Chiron is in between you guys right now. So Jupiter is you, literally your body, and this new fun energy. And Mars is getting challenged by certain aspects in the chart. Like it's getting challenged by the sun. So again, it's depending on your own ego and what's going on within you and how you're seeing that shit. So let's say your sun is in Virgo, Sagittarius placement, and you can't see past it because you're like, no, this is not what I don't want the world to see me like this, whatever it is, okay? And the world has a different perspective of you by now, literally, especially the people that used to know you. So your word, let's see. Some, like I said, your words could be taken wrong. I'm just reading my notes here. Be careful gambling. You can take some risk financially, and it could lead you to a loss if it's something new that you're not used to. Now, if it's a Saturn thing, something you've already built, go ahead and work on these new ideas. Know that they come with little problems or a little bit of expenses for some of you, which could lead you to something good. You're in the clear right now. I need you to know you're stepping into something really, really good. You just have to like get in that space first, or settle into it. Because right now you just jumped in and now you just jumped out, and you're kind of seeing the light. Some of you, like maybe this thing has a purpose. The fifth house is skills and learning new things and a course. So you're finding a new joy. Like I said, there's something new in your life and shiny. But I want you to evaluate it more, the eighth house, okay? So some of you are literally renovating, cleaning the house, are getting ready to move, like you're packing all your shit up and you're gonna move as soon as the August comes around or the end of July, okay? Feeling aggressive. Some of you will have to take short distance trips somewhere or visit long distance family, your in-laws. The eighth house rules in-laws, half family, step families. So people that you kind of left in the past, some of your friends that you haven't been talking to them, and now you're coming into that light and you're going back, and these people are showing you a different light. Some of them, it depends on your energy. Honestly, if I had this going on with me, I'd be planning for my next big move. Like I'm looking to sign up for a class. Like literally, I have a North Node in Sagittarius, and I want to go get a certificate for myself. Cause this moment in time, I can earn a title and prove my son. My son is in the 11th house. I'm trying to see the future out of this. So I hope that makes sense. Don't lose your mind in this or get too aggressive. Don't do too damn much damn fucking Sag. So let's go into Capricorn. Thank you for listening. I hope that makes sense. Also, people, this is your dad's side of the family again. There's things brewing up, like I said, with friends. And you already heard what I said, so have fun. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you right now. Some of you should, like us, yeah, continue this diet. If you've already found, like some of you have lost weight and you're like moving into this diet, so keep it up. Keep up the good work, okay? Capricorny, yeah, yeah. Let's talk about it, Capricorny. Hey, I'm sorry, I was jamming. Anyways, Capricorny, the sun is in your seventh house of business, relationship, contract, starting a new step in your life. Maybe you just signed up for something recently, or you bought an asset or something. So there's like a renewal or a start of something. the sun is trying to shine there. So that's one of the things you want to focus on, especially this month, because that new moon in Cancer is like we're making a milkshake and we're like spreading it around. So what does that mean? Like you would just add the flavor of whatever your moon is, Capricorn placement or rising. You could just find whatever your moon is doing or whatever your sun is doing, and you kind of bring that flavor here. So if like you have a Virgo placement, you bring it in here, like a sun in Virgo or moon in Virgo. That's the ninth house. Maybe you're in a new school, learn or going on a trip, or learning a new course, something of that nature, or wanting to sign up for a course. It could be like, for instance, could be your career if you have a Libra. It depends on really what it is. You just bring it into there. Okay, so of course that's always good, right? So this could be new friends, new relationships, old relationship with friends. They come back around. You restored that relationship. You found out some important information gets revealed, or there. We'll talk about that too. So let's get right into it. Another thing that I want you to point out, you do have a little bit of like both your Dharma houses. So we got the ruler of the fifth and the ninth are in the sixth. It's kind of karmic. Maybe with people associate wise, it could be a good or a bad thing. What does that mean, karmic? It could be like something you have to take care of, like now, like if it's school or like a legal matter or something with your children. Your like schedule just like changed or is about to change because you're either adding more stuff to your plate, more work to your workload. So just things to pay attention to, anyways. So back to Mars, though. Mars is in your fourth house of self-development. Thank you very much. Mars is the ruler of your fourth house. So you're feeling good. You're feeling fine, a lot of you. Jupiter is also in here. So you should be feeling a lot better about things or creative or wanting to like overindulge or just get out with something as well. Some creative or spiritual thing or something to be out and about. The fourth house, right? It aspects your 10th house. So this could mean like you're either working on things at home, like self-development. There could be changes literally with your family, or it could be a sibling. Again, the sun in here brings the eighth to the seventh house, so you could be dealing with like in-laws coming to the house, visiting you guys, or changes with the in-laws somehow affects the home setting, the environment that you're literally in. This could also be the environment at work. It's changing, it's different, it's making you want to change your perception of things at work or what you do for your public image. You're either going out more. You just want to have more like you want to feel alive. Jupiter is literally the planet of feeling alive and free. So that's what you're getting in that house. And it's a healing thing, baby, honestly. And you got a small window too, because Saturn is still in Aquarius sidereally. And eventually it'll move into Capricorn and it will not feel the same way. So enjoy while it lasts. Anyways, so another things that I want you to know is like, yes, it's also aspecting the 11th house, like I said. So these are the changes within friends, or your friends are going through some changes in their life, whether it's work, maybe they're going on a trip. They're exploring a new aspect in their life somehow. I don't know if you care. This could also mean you are exploring some changes, some goal that you were working on it is about to change. You're about to change that whole concept of that. So that could be a thing because this is like an eighth house. You're about to transform this 11th house energy. So it could be friends, goals. This could even be your older siblings. So like I say, your older siblings are about to go through some changes that maybe you're concerned about with. So leave you with that kind of things to think about, Capricorn. You're to me giving me really good vibes, Cap. I don't see anything crazy to me besides you having to focus more. Maybe Mars and Jupiter does make you focus more on your environment somehow, the people you're with, and your public image. You're about to switch things up too. So the people you either hang out with, or where you're going, or where you're taking your next step or your next moves are changing, and you're gonna pile yourself up with some workload. So in the concept of the house of the Lord of your rising, you might be feeling like new, changing your wardrobe maybe. A lot of you might want to change that up, depending on how, like I say, your moon and your personal sun in your chart. To me, you are very much more logical and disciplined right now. Maybe wanting to like go out to eat more, stuff like that. You're feeling a lot more proactive in some areas. Um, so yeah, I think that's basically cool. I hope that makes sense, Capricornio. If let me know in the comments, y'all. Come on, talk to us. Thank you. Hello. That way we know what the fuck we're doing. If you want me to keep doing these shits, hello. Let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius. This is Aquarius. Aquarius, you have big Saturn, big Papa, and you're rising for a damn while. So I know that's been feeling heavy, and it's slowly kind of, and it's literally not even about. In the first half of the year, Aquarius, I feel like you were the one that's being the bad guy, Batman, and now you're just like overwhelmed with everyone else's crap. I'm assuming because it's retrograding, or you're going back to redo things because you know you're like really also like a perfectionist as well. So I just want to keep that in mind. So the reason why, so let's get into this Cancer over here. So you have the sun in your sixth house for the month, right? So again, you want to bring the flavor of whatever your sun is in the chart. So if let's say your sun is in Sag, you bring it in here. This is the Aquarius placement of rising. So like for instance, my Saturn is in Aquarius, right? So in here is my rising sign and my spiritual 12th house, how I do my, like I literally just changed, like I went back on some notes and I'm rewriting some notes of some classes that I've taken in the past because I want to make sure that if anything happens, I have all this information. Like I literally just did that. So like I say, you want to bring in whatever your sun or moon is in your chart, Aquarius placement, bring it into that sixth house. That sixth house is like organizations, getting it done right, redoing it, reviewing it, which is basically a Virgo house. So it's something that you want, especially even with the relationship in your life, because the sun's ruler is in here. So like I said, this is people over, like this is the relationships in your life overwhelming you in your schedule, six houses schedule. I hope that makes sense. But you're literally winning at everything right now because you're getting challenged and you're used to that kind of energy of being challenged anyways. And Mars is in this house of sharpness, and we'll talk about that now. The people that I see here, damn, I forgot to tell Capricorn. No, I didn't. I told Capricorn everything. Yeah, Capricorn, it was your mother. While here is more of cousins, aunts, uncles, siblings, even your dad. These are the people that are kind of coming out of nowhere, and things are being like brought up to the surface, if that makes sense. So you're winning every competition, especially because you got your eye on the prize. And even if you got a Virgo placement, because the sun is in the sixth house, the ruler of your seventh and sixth is in here. So you're kind of winning a lot of you Aquariuses. You're getting ahead of the curve, especially if you've been doing the right fucking thing in your life, whatever that is. Okay, so what else? A lot of you are Aquarius, like I said, Mars is the ruler of your 10th house. So your siblings are accomplishing some things in your life, in their life, excuse me. The 10th house is accomplishments. In third house, Mars makes, this is one of the best houses for Mars. So he's getting that shit done fast and in a timely manner. So that's great. They also, like I said, this brings up your father. Mars is making that and bringing that energy to your father's house. So this could be a good thing. This could be him preparing, maybe needing some ninth house shit. Like my dad always needs his papers, immigration, or legal stuff. Or like I said, your parents could be going through some type of psychological beliefs changes and they want to change their whole perspective of life. Whatever the hell is it, they're having their spiritual awakening. They're coming to God. This is the ninth house of God. And like I said, Jupiter in here has progressed into this third house, and it's the ruler of the 11th and the ruler of the second. So these are family members, right? This is an internal self-care moving into the third house, and it's getting done. It's getting accomplished, if that makes sense, accomplishing goals. So your health could change. Again, worry about your health, keeping a good cycle of your time. Because like I said, you have this sharp to that ninth house. You gotta things to complete. So you want to get some good rest either way, especially when things are in retrograde for you. Take care of your body a lot. Sleep. If you have to sleep in, it's okay. Take that time. This is that break for you guys. The sixth house to me is always a break house, just like the 12th house, or is just what, or is controlled much more smoother than the 12th house, if that makes sense. Taking control of your schedule. You're working on making moves to move if you've been trying to move. If you got some changes going on in the house, or you're packing things up. You feel me? You're getting ready to make a large purchase, or or maybe you did. No, I don't think so. I think you are getting ready to make a large purchase. So I need you to save that moolah, baby. Some of you, especially when that August time, you're gonna be making those things. So I hope that makes sense during this Cancer new moon. We're trying new things, baby. That's why you see me. I'm going back, making sure that everything is that I like. I have like I said, I have Saturn in Aquarius. That's my Aquarius placement. So if I put it in the rising, my sixth house brings my moon in Gemini here. So it's things that I've learned in my journey of astrology and occult stuff. I'm putting it all together and gathering the information. Six, I'm doing a Virgo thing. And then my Leo technically is my Libra, which is the ninth house. Like I'm getting ready to teach again. I'm pretty sure I'm about to have another class. I feel it. So I hope that makes sense, y'all. Thank you for being here. Love you.